One of the most important relationships that exist in a nonprofit is the relationship between the executive director and the board. This collaboration and partnership really is probably one of the most critical things to the success of the organization. And you think about the situation, it's really not normal for someone to have multiple bosses. And yet sometimes that's what it can feel like when you're the leader in the nonprofit and you have an entire board of, maybe 8 or 12 people that you sort of report to. So really the strengthening of that relationship and the roles of each part of that relationship is probably one of the single most important things to ensure the greatest impact for that nonprofit. So today I want to introduce you to a best practice, a tool that should be used in that relationship, and that is the board's self-assessment. Maybe you're not familiar with this. Well, it's really a tool that can be used to help evaluate how well the board is governing, not necessarily in a kind of a doing well or doing bad, but rather have they given attention to all the things that are strategically critical to the nonprofit's focus in their future. Peter Drucker said it well. He said, self-assessment is the first action required of leadership. The constant reshaping, constant refocusing, never really being satisfied. And he also said self-assessment can and should convert good intentions and knowledge into effective action, not next year, but even tomorrow morning. So there are several sources I would share with you that I have found that have good board governance self-assessments. Board Source is one. I'll link to that down in the notes. Also, the National Council of Nonprofits has resources, and my favorite, the Evangelical Council for Financial Accountability. I actually want to share with you something. This to give you an idea of what it looks like. Here we have an actual assessment that the ECFA. This would kind of be the output or the matrix of what they do and what it looks like to have a self-assessment for the board. So if you look here, this is their assessment tool. It's called the Nonprofit Board Score. It actually measures things like the structure and the style of the board's governance and the relationship with that executive, how faithful they are in administrating their duties and their oversight. Intentionality, that's really thinking about that forward focus, where are we going strategy. The board and CEO synergy, this here refers to what I began the conversation today about, is how important that relationship is to the effectiveness and the impact of the nonprofit. As a faith-based organization, it's very critical that we keep the spiritual atmosphere as an important priority, and even here in this assessment, it's being measured, as well as the culture of the organization, how those aspects are lived out inside of the organization. So I hope that helps you to see an example of what board self-assessment results could look like and how it could be helpful in strengthening that strategic focus of your board. Don't hesitate. Now's a good time as we come to the end of the calendar year to take a look at those things and to select a tool that will work really good based on your organization.